Hi, now I think I might have fixed VR on AC Evo for everyone with an Oculus. Now, test it out yourself, but watch this. Oh, and there's a timestamp below if you just want to go straight to the settings and not watch 2 laps of the wet and 2 laps of the dry. Enjoy. Look at us getting a better start than the AI straight away. We are at Imola. We are doing a performance test of VR in the full heavy rain. Now, it mostly stays at 40 FPS up the top, which is actually 80 because I'm using asynchronous space warp. You can see there are a few little drops. Now, I could lower the resolution, but it's not likely that I'm going to drive in weather this bad, so I'm happy with it performing so far, as I just make 2 cars and nearly get taken out. It's mainly in the spray, and obviously as the game gets more optimised, it will get a lot better. I'm running my headset at 80 Hz, and I'll send over the settings that I've got because it doesn't look good, and it runs smooth as well. I know it says 40, but that is 80. I don't know whether you can do it in other headsets that aren't Quests, but I know that in mine I've not driven in the wet very much. I'm not very good on this at the minute, and it doesn't help when you do get a tiny bit of frame drop, but on the whole it runs pretty smooth. We've got 9 opponents, and if you run more than 9, that's when you start to come into real issues. Now, I know the performance headroom is on minus 100% most of the time, and ultimately I think that's more of a game issue. I don't think I can do a lot to stop that. But can we force our way forwards? You can see that we are actually in the Ford Escort, and we're against the Honda S2000s as well. So it is a bit of a multi-class race. I'm not sure who's got the speed on the straight, the Focus, the Escort or the Honda. Looks fairly evenly matched. Oh, we're going to have to use him to stop us. Well, we're going to finish this race last, which was always going to happen if I have an accident. That's exactly what I did. Now, what we'll do, you can see now that I'm not in the spray, solid, steady 40 FPS now, which actually is 80 for me, remember, don't forget that. I will go give you my settings. I can't say it's going to work on like a Pimax or any other valve or anything, because I just don't know if you get asynchronous space warp or not. And if you don't, it sucks, because that makes performance look so much better, and it actually means that this game is easily playable. And in fact, it probably runs better than ACC ever did. Obviously there's going to be a lot of optimization to come, but it's very comfortable racing, and you can always lower your resolution. Now, for me, I've kept it quite high because I like the game to look nice, but Yeah, it's not often you're going to race in heavy weather like this anyway, so... Oh, he broke so early. I was not expecting that. Maybe we won't come last after all, but only because of that. The AI do need some work. Sometimes it's hard to race them just because of the crazy manoeuvres they do, but that's been a wet race. I'll show you my settings now and then we'll do a dry race just to be able to compare it. Right, so this is my current just turn that off, but it doesn't matter. Actually, I'll set that to 80. Right. Yeah, so that's going to be 80, 16:9 native. I've got the lower resolution. I play it in windowed mode. There's not much to do on here really. I'll apply that. Right, graphics. Graphics preset custom. So upscaling none. Multi-sampling's 2 times. Anti-aliasing is on balanced. FXAA is off. And Stropic filtering is on high, texture pool size high, level of detail high, experimental static level of detail is off. Did try it, wasn't great. Vehicle level of detail is high. The lighting is medium, off, low. Reflections medium, car reflections high. Obviously these can be lowered. I mean, I don't suppose they make too much difference. Shadows I've got on high, experimental shadows off. Screen space shadows, half resolution, grass density high, cloud quality low, exposure 0, fidelity sharpening 0, file type soft, depth of field quality ultra, motion blur off 0, mirrors multi, mirrors resolution high. Again, they can be turned down. There's not really much need for them to be on high. I probably will turn them down. Mirror view distance, ultra, optimized rendering. I've left it on. I've not really tested too much with that. So there are a few settings that you can lower to improve performance even more. Now, I'm on a 4080. So it's going to look slightly better for me than most people, because I suppose I've got slightly better computer than most. Right, now. Yeah, I've been in VR a while. Right, I hope you can see that Oculus debug tool. What we have is in service. I've got it on 0 on 0. Now the FOV tangent multiplier, I've got that on 0.8, 0.8. That lowers your field of view, but at 0.8, I can't even tell a difference in the headset. So obviously this is Oculus only. And then asynchronous place warp. There's 45 FPS ASW enabled. That halves your FPS from the target. So even if you've got it, it's because it was set as 90 originally, not updated it. But say you had 120 Hz on your headset, game would say you're running at 60 when really you are running at 120, because that puts a frame in between every frame, so doubles up. So it actually makes everything look smooth, even if you've got slightly lower performance. And then I've got drop indicator disabled, disabled. Curvature, I have it on low. You can put that on low or high. Video codec low. Device encoding off. Coding resolution width 3600. I believe that's the highest it can go. That's what I got it on. Dynamic bitrate disabled. 500, 100, 100. Disabled. And then the visual HUD, that was just so you could actually view my Oculus performance. So, and I'll put hang on. And I've just attached here, that's my graphics preferences that I've got set on the actual Oculus software. So I'm running at 80 Hz and I'm running at 4,480 by 2,272. So for me, it looks great. I wouldn't want to lower it, but obviously if you're struggling with performance, maybe you've got a slightly lower graphics card, knock it down a notch and handle 72 Hertz. It will run a hell of a lot better than it will at 80 Hertz. That, like running at 90 Hertz to 80 Hertz, same resolution, absolutely kills the performance. So have to really base it on what you want. So, but I minimum 80 Hertz for me. That's running fine, and I'm happy with that. So that's what I'm running. Yeah, let's start that race before I forget. Now we're in the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car, and this is what I would recommend you racing regardless. But oh no, it's flappy paddle. I'm trying to use my manual gearbox. Now we've started miles behind, but can we pull something out of the bag? Looks like we're off against some BMWs. They should be quite easy to pass in this car. Believe it or not, this is one of my best tracks. I'm driving like an absolute idiot though. Come on, you slow cars, get out of my way. I do like that you can multi-glass already in this. Now there are some more things I could do. I could lower the detail a little bit more, because I'm running in-game stuff on quite high detail. I was coming here to test a few things and they didn't necessarily work, but I'm guessing that's all the BMWs. Really getting the track, the ABS kicking in there. Oh, it's a lovely car to drive this when you want to just jump in a race car, but I think we're well off the pace at the minute. Of course it is on full AI difficulty. And although yeah, I just raced Imola in the rain, I've not raced it for quite a long time, as you can probably tell. But yeah, it looks and feels good in this car. Performance is pretty solid. It's only really when you're around other vehicles that it starts to have any sort of issue, but very happy with the settings that I've landed on at the minute. I would have liked 90 Hertz minimum, but the trouble is you change it too much and the resolution goes down and it just doesn't look very good. Ultimately, you want it to look good. It looks better than ACC did for me, and that in turn means it looks better than pretty much. It's only really what AMS2's ahead of it, I would say, but not by very much. So I know people are suffering with performance, and hopefully this video will help you, but if it has, then do like, share, subscribe. I'm sorry if you're not an Oculus user, because you probably won't notice the difference, but that has been 4 laps at Imola, 2 in the rain, 2 in the dry, and I'm very happy with the performance that I've got out of it. even if I'm not happy with my driving so much.
All there is left to say is see you in a few laps. Thanks for watching.